Now we have Slaughterhouse versus Applesauce for our first quarterfinals matchup that we'll be having on stream. So get to see two fresh faces, or I guess six, that we haven't seen before on the broadcast, specifically for today at least. So it'll be nice to see exactly how these two teams fare against each other. Applesauce, the player on offense, is a little bit too high on that challenge. Otherwise, it would have been a straight shot into the net. Speaking of straight shots, we almost saw one there and a second one, but actually it's going off the defender and in. Slushy credited with the goal on this one as it goes off the post, and then Slushy with the shot, putting that one in. I think Slushy actually being the one who had the cash money as their tag on Battlefly. So we see Slushy as a very familiar name in these Nerd Street monthly tournaments. So good to see them showing up today. And also with that shot, another one. That makes two just back to back, 5 seconds apart.
Yeah, Ovan, you're not really getting a chance to do anything about this, man. He's just putting these balls in the back of the net, and great stuff already.
Also, Applesauce got to be careful about that big clear from Solus. Went straight on target, had to be stopped out by a defender, and that took them out of the play for a moment in time. So Solus taking his time, moving forward, setting up his teammate. Great shot on the follow-through from Slushy with a hat trick.
Not a lot of time left. Can Applesauce get to this ball? Trying to jump at it. Solus just plays it around the side. Slushy gonna play it past one, down towards the ground. Not gonna be there just yet. Blaze trying to 50 it down, can't quite get there, and Slushy just kills it with a soft touch. Slaughterhouse taking a tight game, 3-2.
Already the first minute, a little bit, well, I spoke too soon on that one. I was going to say a little bit silent, but as soon as we see the pressure from Blaze, able to hit that one off the back walls, drop down to Solus, and then the follow through from Slushy. I mean, 1, 2, 3 quickly in from Slaughterhouse.
Trying to find some space out towards the middle. It's not going to be there just yet as Blaze is up over the top on that keyboard mouse of his, and he plays it straight over to Solus for the goal. What a carry off this back wall, twisting up and around it, right on the nose. What a pass, and Slayer really just dead to rights. Wow. Yeah, again, and Slaughterhouse, I love that they took their win and are just starting to build upon it, right? Like you were mentioning, Solus is coming in. He said, all right, guys, I know Slushy has been the goal scorer. He's got 4 of them. But let me get a chance this game, and he puts 2 on the board himself right here, just beating everybody to this one. He sees the open net and puts it home. That first game was so pivotal, I think. Like you said, that first game might decide the whole series, but now giving up 2 in a row, it's going to be hard for Applesauce to come back.
We did see them fight pretty heavily in that first game, but we didn't see much out of them in the second one. So now in the third one, starting off already with a demo onto one of the Applesauce defensemen. There is not a single person in the box from them, so that's just going to be open season for Slaughterhouse.
And here we go. Now Solus just 1 goal away from tying Slushy's 4 goals on the series.
Especially since they have all just been putting on shot after shot. And speaking of another shot, great save though from Fear Classic. Slayer downwing Solus to make it even easier for Applesauce to stay on the defensive end and eventually clear it out of their side. Speaking of clears, Solus able to get a great setup. Nobody home again. 2 defensemen got baited out, and Slushy with the finish, keeping that goal-scoring lead for himself.
Yeah, he is, and Solus being selfless right here with this pass. The nice little pitch on the pass
from Applesauce. Yeah. And we do see a big clear all the way to the other end. But again, a pre-jump from the heavens going for that one. A demo, that's going to open up the space again, and yet another goal. The fastest we have seen 3 goals scored by Slaughterhouse. Solus now trading again from Slushy. It's just the 1-2 punch that we see. A demo from Blaze is really what did it there.
Here, 2.5 minutes left, just under half of the game to go. Slushy is up with it, and he's just going to let that one fall. I don't think he has the boost to follow it. Solus with the shot. It's going to go in. There's a man in the goal, but he knew there was no chance.
You can't afford to be that patient when it comes to some of these challenges, especially when you're down by 2 and you're about to be eliminated by your opponents in a 3-0 sweep. We do see a final shot that could have gone in and probably should have if there was a faster attacker, but even then, a bit too late. Slaughterhouse, though, they are here to stay in the tournament and move on to the semifinals against the winner of Veracity Black and the winners. We'll see some progress from Slaughterhouse down the field. Again, a good shot from them. Should have been stopped down. There were 2 defenders in the corner there. I don't know exactly what they were doing. Lemon Puppy actually set that one up for Slushy, was actually going for a pass forward to Daru, but you can't cross it in front of your net if you don't have someone there to back you up. If you're going for those kind of options and it's a tied game, you got to have at least one person backing you up.
Yeah, you do right here. And some suspect opportunities for Parabellum leaves this all open. A couple of balls they were a little bit slow to, got a little bit too under that ball. Lemon Puppy didn't quite get to where he wanted on it. Comp did the same thing on a ball a little bit earlier.
Slaughterhouse with Solus just trying to take this one away. Was going for a cheeky play, but didn't really work out. You got to be careful, though, on this counterattack, and eventually will go towards the ground, and it does get just knocked into one of the defensemen, so works out. But tied 1-1 in the series, best of 5. Still have so many more games to go. As a lot of casters like to say, basically the best of 3. It's getting old at that point, but, you know, I got to say it at some point.
Yeah.
As we do
basically
see a double demo in the midfield, and Slushy scores. What the heck?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was about to go along with your joke, but I saw this ball coming out, and I saw one demo cloud go up, and I said, oh, Lord, that might be it. Then you see the other one immediately come up behind it, and you know there is an open back end because Parabellum at times leaves that back end a bit open. And you know, it's worked to get them here to the finals, but Slaughterhouse, for the most part, has been dealing with this well. They're going to get some 50s here towards the net, and Solus plays this low. Comp's going to have to race with Blaze to it, but Blaze wins the 50. He gets it around the outside of one and right into Slushy, who puts it home. This is great stuff from Blaze, who's, you know, I think we've been thinking about more as like a man who's been on the back end a little bit more for this team, creating here for Slushy.
Depending on if that goes in, almost from Slaughterhouse, is that actually only the first placing team goes to guaranteed a spot in those summer finals. But Slushy, you know, making a good case for Slaughterhouse to be the ones doing that, especially with a hat trick.
Yeah, he does right here. And Slaughterhouse, I mean, they're, you know, we talked about the first game. Parabellum had looked the most dominant that we'd seen them look all day. This was enough time to burn this out and give them a 2-1 game lead here in this series. Parabellum looking for one for the road. They're not going to find it. It's going to hit the ground. And after Parabellum comes out shooting and comes out incredibly strong in game 1, it's been nothing but Slaughterhouse since. They've controlled the pace of the match, and they have not really let Parabellum get back to their game steady. But this Slaughterhouse team can still deal with that Parabellum. It's just I don't think Parabellum can win if they're going to play the style they played in games 2 and 3. They've got to play like they did in 1 and 4, but Slaughterhouse has to feel confident in their abilities either way, and that's exactly why Blaze getting involved here, playing this to the backboard. This has been a weakness for Parabellum. Balls up high to the backboard. They haven't had people back. They try to double commit to cut it off. They don't get there, and Blaze puts it home.
3 shots to his name, even then less than 20 seconds. 1 goal, is that all that they're going to need for Slaughterhouse to win this tournament itself? Might be it, but Comp trying to make an issue for himself. Lemon Puppy the one to look out for, onto the wall and towards the net. There was an opportunity there for Daru, goes by the wayside. Comp's not even going for it, and they've given up. It is going to be Slaughterhouse taking the victory in this series and the tournament.